Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, would like to thank Mr. Manchanda, Mr. ML Agrawal, and Mr. Arora for giving me this opportunity to present myself in front of this thousands and thousands of years of experienced fraternity. It's real pleasure to be here. One small point I would like to start with is somebody during the day we were talking about sustainability, and it was mentioned that recycled fiber-based craft or papers are more preferable than the virgin fiber-based products. So I would like to touch upon this point that it is not so that the virgin fiber-based paper or paperboard is not sustainable. Actually, when it comes to the world manufacturing practices, the people around or the companies around the world, they use virgin fiber-based or they make virgin fiber-based products because it is something which requires again for recycling, and it normally comes from control wood or certified forest, being from Stora Enso. I can assure that 100% of our product is from the certified forest or certified fiber sources, and I have a 100% believe that the companies like IP India and ITC is working in the same direction, and they are also like very concerned about the sustainability when it comes to the virgin fiber-based products. So this is what I would like to address as a concern. So when it comes to paperboard industry, and I was asked to delve upon the points which may be relevant from the retail ready packaging perspective, and how I see the retail evolution in the country today. It's basically because of the so much of urbanization which is happening in the country, and according to some figures I was reading somewhere, about 2.3% is the growth rate like when it comes to urbanization in India, and in the times to come, let's say by 2026, the million plus cities in India would be 75, which were about 35 about a decade ago. So that is the kind of pace of urbanization which is happening in the country. And when it comes to urbanization, of course, it leads to retail and organized retail, which now the government is emphasizing upon because of this. We require foreign capital for keeping the economy in balance, and so from that perspective, when it comes to FDI into retail, again, according to some surveys and some statistics, India is the second most desirable country to invest in after China when it comes to FDI into retail segment. And by 2020, it is expected that the Indian organized retail market would be about $200 million, so which is a huge market. And of course, there will be a lot of people who are, because of the health or hygiene perspective, they would like to visit these large format stores or modern trade, I would say. And if somebody is going to a large format store, of course, everything is available off the shelf. There are so many choices, so many brands available, and the choice of the consumer, again, would be something which is more attractive and more eye-catching or appealing. So when it comes to branding, these are the few aspects which makes a package or which enhances the brand image of a package. I will not go into all the details because I think I've been asked to finish my presentation in 7 minutes. So when it comes to corrugated boxes, again, all of us know about the basic aspect or the basic functionality of the corrugated box. It's a bodyguard and a silent salesman for a brand owner. These are some things which, again, requires to make an efficient or a good box, liners, and floatings. These are some of the tastes. Of course, when it comes to India, since my early years into this industry, everybody is talking about bus vector and that's it when it comes to craft paper. But internationally, most of the good quality corrugated box manufacturer or when it comes to corrugated box fraternity, they ask for certain tests which are more relevant when it comes to fluting and liners. And as mentioned by my eminent fellow panelist, these are the few tests which are more relevant than bus vector when it comes to mediums and liners. So one is CMT, CCT for mediums, which is more relevant, and liners is again RCT and SCT. This is some of the aspect again of basics of corrugated board packaging testing. Again, some box compression resistance factors which influence box BCT values. I think we are going to send these presentation copies to the participants here, so I don't need to get into the details of the presentation. When it comes to Mr. Gubba and Mr. Chandy was talking about some kind of problems when it comes to cold chain or box performance in the cold chain. So there is an answer, and the answer is semi-chemical fluting, which is a kind of a specialized product which can sustain very high level of humidity conditions, as well as it has a very high creep value because of the basic design of this product, which is of course virgin fiber based. So it has some inherent properties to impart thermoplastic properties to a packaging, to a corrugated board. So when it comes to semi-chemical fluting, the pulping method is again this neutral sulfide, what we use there, and it's mainly hardwood, so more stiffness. Because how this more stiffness is imparted to the semi-chemical fluting is because of gentle pulping, which goes into the manufacturing of the product. It has high resistance to high humidity. It has resistance to changing temperatures, resistance to dynamic loads, like the creep value of the board made out of semi-chemical fluting again is very high, and it goes very well in the reefer container, or rather we have very happy customers in the grape and fruit and vegetable segment today in India. So I would say that it's a perfect solution for anybody who's looking for a solution from the craft paper perspective, where a craft paper or a fluting medium can perform in some very hard weather conditions. It is food grade again, no heavy metals, no microbiological growth, no toxic chemicals inside, very high creep as I've already mentioned. When it comes to the main end users for this is again fruit and vegetable, food packaging, electronics, and heavy duty cartons. Now the changes which is happening in the corrugated industry is high demand on printing, and of course tectorial feel of the product when it comes to the retail ready packaging. So the tectorial feel becomes very important. Lightweighting, as everybody here is talking about, so microfluid is the answer. Shade now brown to white because it's more of a branding tool than a normal shipper carton or a normal transport carton. And some changes happening in the world is uncoated to coated grades people have been shifting to because of the, again, high graphical requirements when it comes to top liners. So what as a company we are doing in that direction is like we are now introducing some new graphical liner and from our specialty papers division. And the products could be Lumi liner is again a very low weight 90, 100, 80, 90, 97, 110 and 140 GSM paper, which is produced in one of our mill in Germany, and it is OBA free, so food grade, no issues. So which can be used for a microfluid box. Then media liner is another grade, which is again available in 120, 135 and up to 220 GSM. And is again OBA containing very high brightness, whiteness, 99%, 123%, which can be again used for all kind of, it has a very high flexibility when it comes to printing possibilities. So offset, rotogravure, or flexo, everything can be used. All these products, when it comes to whether it is media liner or Lumi liner, it comes with FSC or a PEFC certification. So from the ecological point of view, we are giving a solution which is very much ecological and has very low ecological footprint. The possibility again is when it comes to printing, one can pre or post print it, or offset again pre or post print. This is something which we can do with Lumininer, like microfluid boxes for pizzas or whatever. It has again virgin fiber based product and with good bulk and opacity. Lightweighting again is a possibility. It's food grade, so free from OBA. So this is what I had.